Next up, we got the Kroger company. Okay, so this to me looks a little bit bearish. We'll throw this moving average on. Yeah, it is. It is indeed bearish. You got lower lows, lower highs consistently. I do see an area of resistance right here that price recently hit. You can see it did. It was supporting it. Rejected, rejected, rejected a couple times here, and then broke below, and now rejected it to the downside. So there's quite a bit of rejection now. Let's see. I want to go to the 4 hour here. Yeah, so there's a 4 hour area here. It seems to be rejecting, and I do think it's going to head lower. So this would be our main liquidity selling area, and I would look to keep shorting this. I mean, if we price is still way below this 4 hour moving average. You can see lower lows, lower highs. Especially after retesting this 45.10 level, it's come downwards quite a bit, and now is resisting this little segment here around 44, 25 kind of thing. So I am looking for this to head lower. Let's just see our main area of interest here. Maybe if you can see it on a higher time frame. Quite a bit of resistance into this area here on the weekly, but yeah, you can see if we drag this all the way over, this is kind of our main area. So, but I do think it's going to sell back down. You can see on this weekly how price came up, rejected this, and sold off for the week. So I do think we're gonna head lower next week. I think kind of basic trade setup would be something like this. We'll target the week, so that would be Friday there. This is the start of Monday. So something like this. Keep our stops above this area. Friday had a bearish engulfing candle as well. So as far as an entry, yeah, I think we kind of, depending on how Monday opens, if it doesn't gap or anything, or even if it does gap, if it gaps into this zone and then sells off through this zone. So if let's say it opens at exactly where it closed here. If it comes in, starts selling off, then I would say we're good to go to target this. Our weekly range for this is about $1.90, $1.95. It did $1.84 last week, so I think we can definitely shoot for 42.50, which is actually kind of right where this area is here. So yeah, can't make this up. Bang on 42.50. That's kind of our if we look here, that's a $1.72 range. So that's very, very reasonable for the week. So I'd be looking for something like this. Obviously, price needs to come back into this area, reject it again, or if it just simply breaks below. Let's see. If it breaks below, there's a 1 hour area here. Even just right here, anything kind of this area here could draw it a little bit up if you wanted. Oops. But yeah, I mean, this kind of, if it broke below this, let's say price doesn't go back into this area, let's say it does something like this, then I'd be considerate of that as well. To short that, you just have to shrink this down. But yeah, as far as right now, this is kind of what I'm looking at and targeting all the way down for the week. It's only $1.72, and on average it does move $1.95. So totally within range to target this bottom zone. And then, I mean, once price gets into this area, then it becomes a little iffy because this is a huge liquidity area. It's been rejecting this area since December of 2021, so right around 42.50. So between 42 and 43 bucks, it's been rejecting heavily. So, but I do think it's going to continue downwards just based on this weekly close last week, and just a 4 hour rejection in this area. I do think it's going to continue downward. I do think this is a safe bet. I mean, you could get a pretty good risk to reward here too. If price plays out let's say it ideally plays out exactly how I have it marked here, which most of the time it does pretty close. So, but yeah, if it comes into this area, we'll just delete this zone here. As long as we get rejection in this area, I'd say we're good to go to sell it back down. Good price action. You want a bearish engulfing candle. 4 hour would be ideal, but even if you got let's say the 1 hour candle, New York Open comes into this zone, and the next 1 hour candle is bearish engulfing, then I would say we're good to go to enter that. So we'll keep that in mind on Monday. And yeah, we're going to target 42.50 on the week. It's totally within range, very reasonable. I think it's a very good trade setup. If we wanted a little bit more confirmation, if you wanted to just be really, precise, I'd wait for price to break this area. You can see that rejected, finally broke, came down, came back up, and then rejected this area a bunch of times here. So if it breaks this area and retests this area, or even if it just breaks through this area, probably going to go to sell it. So that is our weekly analysis for the Kroger company. Let me know what you guys want to see in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.